All right, I'm back from Oktoberfest. Had a fun time, and I just want to relax and play some Rogue Trader. I've kind of putting this game off for a little bit. Not for any really good reason. I don't know. How about it? Never got around to it. Gato is currently meowing at me. All right, so I did attempt a new game at 2 separate points. So I have played through the very, very early part, like tutorial, and I hadn't really gotten through much else. But this is somewhat going to be new territory for me, mostly because I haven't really played the DLC at all, and I don't really know much about the base game. I have played Owlcat's other works. Like I said, I did play a little bit of the previous. I do need to send my go live message. There we go. So I gotta weave it up a little bit. And let's get this picture. I don't know. Face. Good enough. And I'm going to be struggling a little bit with this one because my mouse is not doing well, and my new mouse will not be here till Monday. It is quite tragic.
Macro cannons!
Another clean strike.
The higher will has come.
I always get the job done.
Pragmatic always seems good. It's my favorite voice in the Wrath of the Righteous games. Well, let's see. I know people talk about Death World. I'm just such a huge fan of the Forge World stuff, though. Like, I know I'm planning on going Blade Dancer. I know you get stuff for doing better when you're getting your butt kicked. Man, Forge World has some fun stuff. Oh, I basically want a lot of the movement speed stuff. I mean, I don't get a lot with some of these. Because I get Death World, I get some raw stat increases. Wounds of Death World character drop below 30%. Temporary wounds. 20% bonus to dodge and armor when they have at least one temporary wound from any source. Is that a passive? Very weird. Axes, hammers, and las weapons. That doesn't really help me. Brutal Hunter. 15% crit chance against... It's a bleeding effect or 50% or less of their maximum wounds when it beast. Yeah, so this was the one where somebody said every injury increases the Death World character's agility and willpower by 5. And that was kind of the big selling point for Death World. Because if I take Forge World, then obviously the main thing is going to be locomotive system, and that's both dodge and movement points, and you kind of want to have a lot of movement points as this type of class. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Voidborn. Yeah, Forge World's intelligence too. Oh, it's such a choice. I think I'll take Death World. And I have never tried Psyker before. This is going to be new. I heard Pyromancer's pretty alright. Maybe not that one. Light base output headwear. Okay, whatever. As not. We'll try. I heard they did a lot to buff Pyromancer as well, because I was told it was pretty subpar before. Like that. I don't need no stinking logic. Take Blade Dancer. We're gonna put a point into willpower. Point or 2 into agility. 2 points into weapon skill. And then I can only put that. I can put another point of willpower. Two-handed melee weapons. I mean, is it really that big of a deal if I put that point to strength? I mean, I think I can go all in on agility anyway, so maybe being the Psyker, it's probably better off putting it into willpower now and not worrying about it later. Okay, I like that one more. Sure. Sure, that one. We're gonna choose Isla. Oh. And okay, some of these names are a little... Caroline. Sandra. Sarah. Yeah, whatever. That's good enough. Oh, it loaded. I kind of forgot that this does... You have to press a button. Hey, I took off my hat. How dare you put it back on?
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Let's try a more aggressive approach. Have we met?
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
My name is Tessera, and to avoid any misunderstanding, I'm a sanctioned psyker.
I am aware of that fact. It would have been unacceptable negligence to have overlooked such a detail when compiling your profile. Fate bestowed upon you powers of witchcraft, and a duty to use them for the good of the Imperium. Yours is truly an unenviable lot. I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard this void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora von Valencias, and carry the burden of an heir of this house.
A little different. I think the first time I did this, I
You
was a
share your
commissar.
dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor. There is, and you will meet him soon enough.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decide to seek me out. Let's address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencias are conversing on the observation platform.
Follow him. He walks. So,
Rise
Dang.
to the top, or get left in
Low.
the dust.
get rid of that dirty hat. I like how I start with a stub revolver. You know, as a blade dancer.
One of the Von Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Yeah, guy in the background, you hammer that box. You show that box what's for.
What's happening?
No, guy hammering the box. He will be remembered, whoever he was.
Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter.
Would love to skip this part. Mostly because, you'll be surprised, I'm terrible with guns. Hey, you should, like, not get hit by that. Oh god, I hit. I've done all I can. It's a servitor. Shoot it. They're not exactly known for their, like, agility or speed. They're literally just lobotomized corpses with a shell. Like, what the hell? Damn. I'm also terrible at aiming. Like, the trick here is this isn't even actually turn-based combat. This is just the actual movement speed of a servitor. I am about to just leave you to your fate. Can I help you, cat? Oh, meows. So many meows. Oh, now I was trying to punch him in the face. Oh. Oh, so I get a kitty cat in the lap.
Accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate
Oh, who's a purry
attack,
cat?
It should stop the culprits from
Athos says
advancing
hi.
their plan.
Wait on, I need to actually use the computer. What was that sound? You jumped off that pretty loudly. Put you back on your bed, and I guess that was a no. She did not want to lay
I
down.
must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the
I looked away for a
observation
second, so when I
platform
heard
alone.
I have to
It is
oversee the
just at the end of this
execution,
corridor.
didn't even question it. I was like, oh man, who's got to die? But apparently, no.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Deck enforcer? Hey, why weren't you enforcing things on the deck? Like, when you bought that servitor or something. I'm still very sad that you're not allowed to be a tech priest. Man, that'd have been great. But again, I bet there's just something where they go, yeah, tech priests don't get to be
That is
rogue traders.
simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and
Then suggest an alternative that will...
First impression of Elthrad, appears to be about 30 years old, is parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Elthrad, Theodora von Valencia's features appear to be as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped between her back, or casually between her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Elthrad. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of an impeccable bearing who is studying the contest with Deaslate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
The dry female voice, powerful feeling, being watched through the watch force. Yeah. Female voice and the power feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The
Let's go with
world is
lore
populated
warp
by
on this
natives
one.
who worship some heretical
Couple psychers,
underworld
whatever.
spirits
Aren't you a
that
psycher?
protect those who offer them sacrifices.
Stop me.
Flights of fancy, you might say. Pharaoh, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden
I don't.
Throne. Or do
You want out. Is
suggest
that what your
we
problem
use
is?
heretics,
All right,
who
one
are an
moment.
offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
All right, having played through this segment like 3 times, I feel like there's just not a right answer here.
Insolent, ignorant upstart.
Edelthrad, I believe...
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora.
Let's turn the audio up just a teensy tiny bit.
Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader.
There's got to be a setting for that. Sound. Aha, here we go. Mutant background. That way, like, if I try to click off.
God Emperor of humanity.
Okay.
And my
Like, if I want to monitor the audio, it's kind of a problem if I click off to look at the audio monitor. You can see it go, no, there's nothing here.
Kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and bow death and ruin. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the
feels so obtuse. I don't know, like, all of her questions, everything she says to me is very esoteric. And it just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not like, I like Warhammer lore, but I'm not going to say I'm like a deep fan of it or anything. So like, as a result, some of it's just not going to like click with me. So it's just very weird, like listening to some of the characters speak and I just go, I don't know what the right answer here is. I feel just so stranger in a strange land on this, which in itself may not be a problem, but like the problem is that my character should have literally any clue about how this universe works, so I, as a player, should at least have some of the knowledge that my character has. I don't know. It's just, that's kind of one of those weird things of, you know, you generally should be apprised of what your own character knows. Like, that's not to say all RPGs work like that, but this is supposed to be like a, you know, tabletop RPG type thing where, you know, it's a character you made, you get to play as, not someone else's character.
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
I know that was the wrong one. Current responsibilities.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Is that so? Perhaps...
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not...
Enough, Abelard. In that case...
will be your downfall.
surrender to the dark powers!
God, my character looks so fucking smug. It's actually kind of perfect.
Look out.
It's like, yep, that looks like a mutiny there.
I took care of this one. One fewer tongue.
I know this is kind of a, you know, tutorial fight, but God, Abelard is just a ridiculous beast of a character. He's got a very interesting skill, and that skill is the ability to take beatings to the face repeatedly. Ignite. What if I... Well, you are a peasant, therefore I should light you on fire.
On it. My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
How do I...
I won't
Oh,
stand
is it because
for
I could only make one attack a turn? Yeah, I guess that's fail. Fail? There.
Don't let your guard down.
Death to non-believers! Death to the weak! I serve the ruinous powers!
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
For the glory of the Imperials guides me!
Don't touch me.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
And away I
I
go.
always keep my options open.
Okay, so I just can't go that way. Then away I go. This way. Oh, that's what I did. I was right-clicking, not left-clicking.
Keep your wits about you.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Ah, jeez.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineering regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure.
Burn the heretics.
I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing
I enjoy that they're like, oh, a psyker on a ship that's, you know, getting messed up in the warp. And I'm like, looking around like, yeah, psyker in the warp. Who could imagine that? Not me. I'm definitely not one of those psykers.
Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my... Then move out! Mort, come.
And now...
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no...
A pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You're consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. No, that was head holding pain. Like he didn't hit me in the gut. He bonked me in the back of the head. It's not like we only have a small amount of animations to work with.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber.
You two-faced scum, you're the one behind this.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber.
Oh, this is gonna...
Most hallowed vault.
This is gonna go terribly for me. Take my psychic powers! Nah. Man, I don't even get to make a check against that. That's nuts. Chance 100%. Oh, okay. Yep, that's definitely a device. Archotech relic. Severed to the gate begins to move. The screeching and groaning of metal leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with a sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols in a green background. Whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that's filled with your head after Voitger wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Okay, I don't know. Place it in the Sentinel's paw. Sentinel's jaws clamp on your hand, puncturing your skin, sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming. As the server monitor startup pumps stern devotion, its screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever high levels. Oh, no, that's not talking.
The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Wow, assistance? That sounds great. Pain shoots to your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled around your conscience does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Hey, I don't feel all that safe with that, like, pointing towards me. That part's kind of cool, too.
There is still another way.
Let us not dawdle.
Check it. That's so... I love it. It's so unnecessary. Yes, we have this giant parchment with coffee stains and everything. It just goes into the abyss. Let it be known that by my will and true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them and paragon of humanity unbroken by adversity to walk bravely first into darkness and unite to reclaim what was lost. To triumph though nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily to the road of thorns through the pain of something. Missed it.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Voxcast frequency.
Master, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Temporary obnubilation followed.
Get me out of here.
Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Mistress? What? Whatever are you doing?
Conrad is a traitor. When we parted ways at the officer's deck, he was stunned. He stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What is the meaning of this? What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Saints' blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order
double
to seal
click,
the passages between decks
got
was
me
his
again.
attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason.
Openly
It was to
admitted,
stop the
whatever, that's
enforcers
fine.
from You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, Now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without...
Alright, sward. And other sward. Yeah. Oh, well, you already have one.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
I won't forget this.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Very well. Lead the way.
Absolutely. Let us...
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
To arms!
You'll make a suitable sacrifice.
And then we're gonna put him right here. Nah, you know, I like it right there a bit more. Let's do
It's as
strike.
if your end was inevitable. I refuse.
Yeah, I probably gotta start with a blade dance. Right, I don't have the flippy jumpy move yet.
Chaos guides me.
Such is the will of chaos.
Death to non-believers. Ah!
Perfect. We're just gonna cleave you off. How dare you survive that? Okay, that's not what I expected to happen there. But okay, we'll just ignore that.
Crush the feeble.
Okay,
Who, if not me? I'll see
well,
to
fine.
it.
How dare you parry that?
You never stood a chance.
Now you get blade danced.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
Ah, can't make it there in one turn. But I guess it doesn't matter. That chainsword's pretty silly. Alright. Collect all. That's level up. Athletics. Let's see, I have 35, 45, 20. Let's put in Medicaid. Athletics, coercion, demolition, Medicaid. I could put it in there. It doesn't need to be his focus. Let's go with... Oh, I don't know what to go with it for this one. Probably athletics. Yeah. I'm not doing Medicaid. If I'm gonna take some Medicaid stuff, I might as well make him. Yeah, he could do carouse. Resist negative effects. Oh, that is pretty good actually, because he's got he's got toughness. Let's go with carouse. And that's that. Anything else to pick up?
Is there money to be made?
That works. I like how the formation doesn't really matter as much here. You kind of get to pick where everybody goes at the start of combat. I feel like that's a bit of a holdover from their older games. That said, I would really love for this grid-based system to somehow make its way into their Pathfinder games, because man, this works so much better than that active system they did in their Pathfinder games.
Radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Mistress, watch your head.
Didn't really look like I dodged that one. But, you know, and the plates just melted into the floor.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencias. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the
And she's an unsanctioned psyker. I think she's terrible.
of the immaterium fall under the burning rays of the final
Of the couple of times I played the early game, she would every time I would use a basic ability on her, she would suffer perils of the warp and fell over dead in combat. It was quite the introduction to her character.
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other airlifts as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Let's see if the navigator is well.
Oh no.
He's not.
No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity.
That doesn't look like ice there. That looks like blood. Mostly blood.
But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still
I always keep my options open.
Yeah, he seems fine. Let's check for loot. Okay, I'll do the fight now.
Don't you dare confront us!
And you can go right there. You can cower behind this.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Now he's dead.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Yeah, I'll just give out some forewarning. We can psychic shriek him to death.
Why did I not foresee this?
Rebound. Did that do anything? Ah. Took 1 damage. That's fine. It's not her falling over dead like the first time when I played her. But she's trying.
Victory is imminent. Someone else can do this.
Ah. Whatever, it got me closer.
It's as good as...
Cover me!
Okay, well. Kinda hoped that would work, but apparently not.
Farewell.
Creature in the chair pieces have become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. Navigators breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through 2 dark gill-like slits on its cheeks. Creature's eyes are shut. The 2 ordinary eyes, as well as a third one that sits in the center of its forehead.
I believe Master Spider still lives.
Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Hey, you alive?
Your time is short.
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
salvation within me.
Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling. But then his fit stops abruptly, his face drenched in black and crimson. Dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned from a trickle to a stream mixed with blood coming out of his nose. There's a purplish swelling around the eye.
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
Alright. Navigator is alive, but barely so. What do we do now?
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespaidas, good luck. And thank you.
Does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with the blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids. And the box at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter.
I always have a backup plan.
It's a nice and calm scene. Anyway. Oh, that's just his head. Okay. Well, it's mine now. At least all the stuff he was carrying. I don't really care about axes. I don't really have a reason to use that.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, I go back out the way I came. That's right.
As good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies.
That's humorously abrupt.
Somebody shoot these.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
You know, I feel like your first response is somebody walks to you with power armor and a bolter. Maybe you don't go, shut her up. Like, she, like, I don't know. There's just something, you know, about the fact that she's carrying a weapon that is a little absurdly sized for her. You know, for anybody here. There he gets a damn bolter.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you? The hour is dark and daunting. Ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in...
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed master of
Oh, the
whispers.
only
Edelstad
correct
the Heir
response.
is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I even think to insinuate that one of the traitors will not let such an affront slide.
That answer does you credit. Only the truly righteous would be so provoked by the accusation of heresy. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation.
Enough idle chatter. Through this door.
We will follow.
Good to hear it.
Ready. May terror's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Now, loot everything that isn't nailed down. Ooh, is that a better weapon? Yes. And then that's better than the offhand one. Alright, more goods. Collect.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, for some reason I remember this being a different deck, but apparently, no, it was literally the other side of the door. Right, well, you get to go here. You're gonna shove your face right into the middle of the enemy squad. So am I. You get to go right there.
Brace yourself.
A temporary setback.
How dare you make me bleed my own blood? Ah. I'd really hoped it wouldn't be my turn to start with.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, that's just gonna end up hitting Abelard. I screwed up.
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Yeah, I went about as well as I thought I would. Actually, it went better. I didn't shoot anybody by my party this time, unlike the first time I played.
Chaos guides me.
Just a minor setback.
Anything is?
Okay. Yeah, there. Oh wait, that's 2 over. Well, in that case, yeah, I still think Abelard can get him. Let's just nuke that guy down.
At your beck and call.
Who is another enemy down?
A little out in the open now. Okay, thankfully he's melee. He's a terrible shot. Why is it my turn again? Did the fight start? Does like initiative get re-rolled every turn? Is that what happens? I don't No, it just rolled around to my turn again for reasons. Okay. It must be because the new guys joined, it had to take their turns and then came back around to me, but I don't have any movement points. Oh, no, I got another turn, though. I mean... Gonna have to light him like on fire like he's a peasant. Yeah. Seems he is a peasant. Dominating the countryside. Can you not hit anything? God. Okay, if I move you
The enemies
here?
of the Emperor will be undone.
I'm getting shot for sure. Okay, she missed, but she did shoot me.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
The tutorial's not up yet, so I'm not allowed to use those.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Rejoice in battle.
What is a chair made of that I'm able to get behind it like it's cover?
As the Emperor commands.
Like, it's a stout chair, but I wouldn't trust that thing at all.
Chaos guides me. Death to non-believers.
On it. Will do. Farewell.
Our Psychic Shriek is at least okay. So I am, you know, with 2 Psychers, the Veiled Degregation's a little, not great. We're just gonna hope they get a little closer.
You never stood a chance.
I probably should just open with the Blade Dance at this point. Nobody's ever actually close enough to me to get much use out of it, so if I'm doing single target, I should just open with it. What about you? Oh, I could. That has a chance of hitting both of them. And not me, hopefully.
I'll do it.
Okay, that would have done more damage if I did the single target. But...
I serve the ruinous powers.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
My place is at the fore. Indeed. I took care of this one.
And we're going to charge. Okay, so I can end there, but I'm not going to be able to hurt him. That's still not bad.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature. It's as good as done.
God, I punted that head across the room. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. But it's loot.
Would you look at that?
Alright, I enjoy the logic. It's like, well,
Let us not
I know it's
dawdle.
emergency, But, like... Have you checked the bookshelves? Maybe she left some, like, crackers behind there. You know, maybe she's keeping cookies behind there. You don't know that. Multi-key and a machine right set. I understand it, but that'll never stop being funny to me. I need to maintenance on my computer. Bring out the incense.
Is there money to be made?
Machine right or... This is just... Okay, this one doesn't use a machine right, and this is just using a computer.
Unexpected result.
Tech use. Well, I got more of those, so...
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Who is my tech use guy right now? 55, 30, 30, 30. So I'm just the dumb one here. Oh, Abelard.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
We just taught Grandpa how to use Microsoft Word. It's good.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Oh. Sorry, it got very dark there for a second, so I was just sitting there very confused.
Unexpected result.
Abelard figured out which one was the any key. Yeah, Devilition. Let's go with that one.
Duty prevails.
That felt so unnecessary. I guess I'll give myself one. Abelard's got 2 uses left, so I'll just give myself 2 then. Go with that. Using explosives.
Keep your wits about you.
Like, that's gotta be some of the worst idea ever. Ah, yes, we're in a high-stakes situation. The ship could come apart at any moment. I know what needs to happen. Quick, get the explosives.
I better myself through my service.
Okay, time to level up. I don't get a choice this level. Good, good. But I do like Death from Above. That is pretty cool. Endure. Expose. The winded effect. I kind of forgot. I don't think I've actually dealt with that mechanic yet. Whatever. No choices for this level, so.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Camera? You wanna cooperate, camera?
Over there.
Let's use
Experience?
one of the keys.
Nothing matters more.
Deck officer's helmet. How much armor do I even have? That's 20%. Probably makes more sense in Abelard's hands. It's already a brick wall.
I always keep my options open.
Roar of the frames. Frames? Frames. Roar of the flames rings in your ears. The choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. Instinctively recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming. You distinctly hear the sound of your footsteps. Then you see the figure walk out of the fire towards you. It's Theodora von Valencius.
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with... I can lead you out of these flames, show you a path, rid you of pain.
Mouth begins to salivate. Each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ears. The entity that now dwells in the deepest recesses of your mind is pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer. The answer could be nothing other than acceptance.
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness
That's incredibly
or deceitful
stupid.
promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel.
Go dogmatic, heretical, or iconoclast? I don't really want to do a heretical run this time. Not for my first run, at least. That sounds, I feel like for the Emperor. Take a step forward as the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you. Theodora's voice fades into the firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling you from behind, and the screams of the weak dying in the inescapable blaze. See? If they weren't peasants, they would have lived. Blinding in front of the herring pyre, the all-consuming storm releases you as you step out, barely able to stand on your feet. The blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes caked in soot and burnt eyelashes refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing onto your knees. The rush of blood in your temples, the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind. Or suddenly retreating as if driven away by some mighty will. A new strength spreads throughout your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is much more ready for the trials and struggles. You open your eyes and see a glow with the warm light before you. Aquila. 2-headed eagle that signifies the Imperium. Sacred symbol of the Imperium. Thank you, Gabe. Oh, Button B, thanks for the follow. And, I wonder if my notifications aren't working. Because I'm just deaf. That's very weird.
Mistress, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. Oh, how can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Just to make sure I'm not, like, deaf. I just want to make sure I'm just gonna send a test to the stream real fast. I swear that didn't happen when somebody followed, so I don't know if that's just something wrong with the stream. Sorry, I was watching the stream go, and there's, you know, obviously the stream delay. Oh well, we'll figure that out later, I guess. Behind Argenta, you see Irida Tess double over in a fit of nausea. The rest of the people who follow you withered away. Fire that continues to rage, a mere 2 steps away from you. The Emperor protects.
Indeed he does. Oh, if I
he sounds so sure. It's like, yes, I did. That's surely what just happened.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation. A foul taint that tried to lead us astray, but she perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What, we'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord Captain standing there in the fire? Abelard, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, Your Holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
Unfortunately, oh. Okay. You can't read what's on the keyboard. I mean, you typed on the keyboard. I have questions. Okay, well, that's... He got me laugh.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire.
I guess that's fair. It's just more the fact that the keyboard is in a different language and lets you, you know, type in what I assume is Japanese and type to English. I assume there's some sort of setting. Well, that's fair. All right. Yeah, time for sarcasm. I love to be late for an engagement.
Nothing good ever comes of such rashness. Yet it appears that the Emperor favors you. Be that as it may. Your wounds are highly
Okay,
worried.
yeah, your phone, obviously, that helps. Alright, Elithrat does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His veins have taken on a strange hue. Skin at his temples appears scaled. His voice has a uncanny screeching quality. There's not the traces of fatigue and stress. The psychic body has begun to mutate, a consequence of contact with the warp. Oh, time to go more for the Emperor. My faith will keep me upright with a weapon in hand. That's all that matters.
Pray, forgive my insistence. I shall not be the one to doubt the faith of she who has passed the trial by fire. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthran. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I'm still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
Oh, time to go to Theodore's chambers.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until...
Let us
Okay.
not dawdle.
Any loot? There's a door. Could be loot.
We should deal with this.
Okay, so that goes like captain's quarters.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
I don't know why, but that line kind of got me a little bit. I shoved in a fake eye. This was awesome.
Always have a backup plan.
Oh wait, there's goods over here. I remember. Saw from the other side. Alright, so who do I give the logic goggles to? Logic. Well, I'm terrible at that. You got a 30. You got a 30. You got a... Wow, we're all dumb. Wait. No. You get to keep the helmet. Kinda looks goofy. Okay, it lit them up before, and it always throws me off on this one.
always, keep your eye on the prize.
A nice bedroom.
Is there money to be made?
What do you got? Immunity to enemy critical hits for the first 3 rounds of combat. I'm dogmatic. Amulet for Comets and Lore Imperium. Let's see, 25 commerce. 40 commerce. 30 commerce? Oh, you're gonna be quite the trader. And 5 fellowship for each enemy in a 2-cell radius. I don't think anybody here really uses fellowship. Yeah. Well, does it do anything on its own? To see high fellowship will allow a character to find a way to approach. No. If I was playing an officer type character, well, I'd actually have to go look at the body.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain, who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere. It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here. And how could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
It feels a little metagamey of a statement. That guy had +5 to initiative. This should have been great at this.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Examine the March Militant's body. There we go. A pistol shot went through the Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and the furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. Safety in the Milton's weapon is off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. The object fell to the floor. That much is certain. Examination, the shards appear descent rather than completely transparent, as if they were submerged in promethium. Also revealed for the Imperator Man.
It doesn't... I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Reports, account, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble across a document marked starkly different than the rest. It's a handwritten letter signed with the initials XC. A seal and symbol that's vaguely familiar to you. Dean Theodora, change in circumstances demanded that your immediate assistance with our mutual cause. Forthwith upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you were to depart for the Rykad system. One of my acolytes, interrogated Henriks von Kalox, operates there until there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will without delay make contact with him and offer any assistance required of you. After which you will provide him passage to the Furibundus system aboard your ship. On footfall, the interrogator will move himself from your presence to await further instructions. Anticipating any questions you may have, I will stress that the nature of the interrogator Van Kellogg's activities and Rykad might notice are no concern to you. If required, Van Kellogg himself will disclose the details of the mission. May the Emperor's light be with you. Theodora signed with the seal of one of the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity.
Yes, the crucif... No, wait!
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
I have an injury.
When the faithful are idle,
I know how to take risks.
Too many injuries are resolved in traumas. An injury received from a trap or some large amount of damage. If I remember with medkit, it will turn an old injury. Okay, well, fine.
I owe you a debt. Keep your wits about you.
Surrender to the dark powers!
Beware the ire of the witch.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Oh, okay, I can't go there. I will go here. You behind this, and you behind... Yeah, that seems good.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is reduced to dust. It will be done.
A 3-cell radius. I'll wait to use that one then.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable. On it. You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Let's finish him off. And then...
It's not me.
no more of those?
Tells me
It's a bad idea. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Ah, he's out of range.
Will do. Be gone.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
0 fucking damage.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
That seems mildly, like a bad idea. Let's go.
It's as good as you should have thought twice before crossing me.
And now this is where the servitor beats my ass.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, well, I can give myself a little more dodge. And then...
But of course.
Or she could just kind of nuke him. Death Waltz. No. Alright. Any blade dancer attacks me with a sword, deal agility bonus additional damage. This is doubled if using a two-handed weapon. What do I want to take? Oh wait, I forgot. Agility for every weapon skill and agility for every injury they're currently suffering, and plus 10 weapon skill, plus 10 for every trauma. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one. Get that good old Death World bonus. And then let's go with Thick Skin. Yeah, 1 damage deflection. Their parry chance increased by 25% of their total armor. It's pretty good. Hydra. No. First time encountered that an ally becomes the target of the Psyker's psychic power. You get a bonus to psychic and ballistic. Okay, so if I give somebody a bonus to their, dodge or something with her one skill, it'll work out. Just double check what else here. Yeah, I kind of just want to ignore a lot of the stuff here because kind of all in on being a psyker. Can I take bolt weapon expert yet? Yeah. 10% armor pen. Take that instead. This one's basically made for Abelard. I mean, my intelligence is also incredibly low. Less than 35. Mine's 25 cash. I feel like I want to give that to Abelard. And what's his parry at, by the way? Because I have 75% dodge and 70 parry, and he has 80 parry. Dang. If I take this helmet off, it goes down to 78.
I always keep my
That seems very intentional. They're like, well, you're going to take this helmet, and he's going to go at an easy 80%. I missed that.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain? God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Let's go with this option. If can still be steered out of the warp, we must first restore communication between the bridge and Navigator's sanctum.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
Kind of looks like a smiley face. There's the eye. There's like a closed eye there. There's a little smile. Conrad, clearly in the gloom of the bridge, the broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
What? Theodora is dead. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell.
Edelstrad, don't! Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Kind of a problem when he's able to just literally stab his way to one more. Yeah, then he turns into a horrible, warp spawn.
Your doom has been foretold.
Okay. I learned my lesson because the first time I ever did this fight, I may have made a very, very minor mistake. And that was, I kept trying to beat this guy's ass, and then I realized anytime you lower his health to a certain amount, he eats one of the random heretics and then beats your ass. Just goes to town.
Let's make some opportunities. I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. Gather enemy down. It's as good as done. Who if not me?
And light that peasant on fire.
As the Emperor commands, eradicated.
Let's screw that guy.
Will do.
I don't really need to use that. Just use my normal movement points first. Stabby stab. Or buzzsaw.
I will do my duty.
Screw it. We're just gonna use that on him.
It will be done.
I think that's everyone. Yeah. We're gonna make our way back up here. And we're gonna use an Endure because he's gonna beat my ass.
I will do like you.
I am ready for whatever comes. On it. Here's my perfect moment.
This heroic act is absolutely goofy. Eh, 50%, it's kind of something.
For the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
And then one more shot. No, like, you're supposed to shoot at him.
My prescience has failed me. Anything else? Was that you? Or
At your beck and call.
I'm gonna do that just so I'm not in the wrong spot.
Victory is imminent.
can I fall back now?
I've suffered worse.
God, Abelard is just a beast.
I'll make it happen.
No, I probably should just light him on fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Stop it! But of course.
I keep forgetting to use her operative abilities because I just keep using it as a buff bot.
At your beck and call.
Endure. I'm just gonna end turn.
I'll see to it personally.
Oh, that... I guess that makes sense. It's like Pathfinder casting in front of someone's face.
I'll do it. You, my Emperor!
My prescience has failed me.
Level up, you say? What do I want to take? Facing the end, Blade Dancer gains +3 weapon skill and average agility for. Oh, I thought that was my Death World ability when I took that the first time. No, that's just what I get for being a Blade Dancer, and then I get more agility and willpower for just being a Death World character. Oh, that's goofy. That is goofy. And then, I want agility or weapon skill. I think I want agility. Yeah, I think just raw agility is going to be the right choice here. Contempt? Mm-hmm. I have thick skin, so that makes me defensive stance? Not attack this turn. No, that's not happening. Single shot or some melee attack, get a 15% armor against attacks made by that target. That's not the worst. Iron Scars. Whenever the warriors hit while under the Endure effect, so always, your damage reduction is increased by 1. Yeah, I think that's my go-to. Ooh, do I want weapon skill or toughness? I mean, he's already a brick wall, and I might as well just kind of keep that train going. Ugh. I never know what to do with Idra. I mean, I like how the game is telling me to take intelligence, but I feel like I should just go all in on willpower because she's a psyker. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. I feel like, all allies, including Xenos in the current party, gain +5 to the same characteristic as shown for humanity first. I don't know what she chose for that. Whenever the Psyker uses damaging psychic power on targets that are 6 cells or further, targets suffer an additional 3 damage. I mean, I do tend to use the Psychic Shriek on them a lot, so that's probably fine. Ballistic skill. Do I want rapid reload? I mean, it's good, but I don't know if I care because I haven't really needed to reload at all. I'll just take it now and get out of the way. What does camaraderie do? Jason allies now, cover efficiency. Critical damage increased by 1. Bracket 1. 3 different enemies, so that's unpredictable. Enemies that which are protected by cover at the moment of the attack. Unpredictable seems okay. Both unpredictable for now. I don't think I need rapid reload immediately. I'm rarely running into a scenario where I'm actually running out of ammo with her. I think once I can actually use her rapid fire skill more consistently, that's going to be an indispensable skill. I don't know. If I can, I'll probably take it next level. Whenever the wearer gets an injury or falls unconscious, their allies get +1 bonus to damage. Each heroic act in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20%. Big chart. I'll say Abelard can use that. He's not an iconoclast.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
I mean, I'm basically built for taking injuries a lot, so that's probably a good decision.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
A noble deed. Let the crew offer prayers for the hero who renounced his impure life in the name of humanity.
Rival, Master.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for...
Rinsing to knock the officers out of their stupor. The air around you fills with the voices of commands being issued. You hear some sobbing, one of the survivors bucking under stress. Although cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Fox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Wow, amazing. My Psyker powers gives me the ability to walk straight through that guy.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate.
I know how to test this. Ah, that's where I screwed up. I think I forgot. Yeah. Apparently under alert. I bet it's that I forgot to enable or authorize stream elements.
This violent vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you, with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow, that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared
I like how you're gonna be like, no, I don't want all the cool stuff that comes to being a rogue trader.
the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live. The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say, Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
Well, it only took me a mere 2 hours to get through the tutorial. The first tutorial. Oh, you know what? Just realized there was no text for that one. Or no audio for that one, so. You had us worried for a few hours there. Well, it offers a thin smile. After witnessing you fiercely rush into the fray on the deck, the only one thing that surprises me is now how long you stayed on your feet. Strength only left you once fighting was all over. Such fortitude as Admiral and a Lord Captain. You must hold your first officer's briefing with your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustain massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have yet to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Reports on the condition of the ship and the crew. The captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. Prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Ladyship. Take this opportunity to take a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they will in turn have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Summon the officers. Attention, officers. We've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Tessera von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Introduce us. As you wish. Vigdis Sura Ota of the Ptolemy line, our new Voxmaster. That is... looks so freaky. Understood, Your Ladyship. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth. Beside her is Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray in an asteroid field or a pirate trap. Hail, Lord Captain. Here's the ship as good as home to me. So rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. High Factorum Janus Dandrock, who supplies procurement to the general material well-being of the ship. Embroidered jacket. There's that man with oiled hair. Offers a obsequious smile and bows. It is an honor, Your Ladyship. You must trust me with all your matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done at the highest standard. Second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. Master of Ordnance, who is responsible with the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drive Master, servant of the Omnissiah. Pack priests, is that everyone? Our choir master, the assumed Zachary Weiss, is the head of our astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communications with distant star system. Master Weiss has been a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valencia's protectorate. Inform them that Lady Theodora's passing Conrad's Voidfear's treachery. I will deliver report to Your Ladyship on the astropath's progress as soon as it's possible to do so. Equally regrettable that 2 more individuals worthy of mention could not join us: the Master at Arms, the Confessor Adalbert. Eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral service being held for the fallen officers, of whom there were too many for him to take leave from the chapel, and Mr. Soderbergh, who has replaced her late predecessor as our Master at Arms, is currently leading the search for any surviving agents of the Voidfear. I probably heard his name at some point, but I forgot how it was pronounced. Alright, Infernus Master. I can report that fires across all decks and have extinguished the preliminary damage assessed Assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. Results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. Post passed to him after previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired the line of duty. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. You think you're a funny one, Abelard. High Factorum. Returning day and night to comply for account of losses. The task will require no involvement from your ladyship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to you tech brief's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. I lost more than 2,000 crew members. Unfortunately, this number is not confined to the scum of the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained personnel. Make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykid Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. I simply begin recruiting on a planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are for the Rogue Trader. Alright, Drive Master. Destroy the repositories of hundreds of machine parts. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thanks to the Omnissiah, but the spirit mourns its dead brethren. We've not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging the sorrow and anger. Have you tried turning it off and on again? The Great Sorrow must also report that the Engine Seer Prime, Overseer, and spiritual authority of all Chex priests on board fell in a battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained a part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of these sacred protocols equals that of fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. I see. Helmsman? You are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship is sound, more or less, but without our engine seer and prime and navigator, found better, we don't have a way out of the system. If we try to set as much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what happened first. Our warp drive is being torn to pieces, or it's all melting into the bulkheads. When we arrived, one of the was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains a complete Vox silence, but even its suppression here inspires hope. To have located a navigator of the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. A true blessing from the God Emperor. I grab the chance with both hands, or else you'll be soon eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. Master of Ordnance? Nope, my job is simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We got no able crew, no Lord Captain. The ship is in ruins. The officer is dead. The Lord Captain is no longer with us. Fear has taken a hold of me. Summarize, we sustained serious losses. The crew members and we acquired new engines here is all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage. Alright. Dismissed. Xavier Calcazar. Alright. Now I can play sort of the game. So, let's go to my quarters to start with. Because this is something I keep forgetting to do. And apparently there's a bunch of my, you know, Kickstarter-y, or no, this one was a Kickstarter. This one just had normal pre-order. The other games are Kickstarted, but things to pick up. Eh. Okay, let's just make it go. B. I don't remember. I think there's some of these are usernames, some of them aren't. I don't remember. Oh, okay, they're doing it. Oh, wait. That was the end of Dan's. Yeah, I don't remember if I had my name on that list or not. I will check that later. Alright, so that's my vault. Link your account. What was that for? Okay. Oh, they must have had some, like, Twitch drop stuff. I missed that. Form. Ablulations. Well, the character full runes gave +5 to all characteristics. I mean, I guess I'll take that for right now. Wrath of Saint Trucius. Shame I need to be using swords. Does not have an area attack. Increases damage from all sources. Yes, any hit targets by 50% until the end of combat. Does not stack. Mark of the Ruler. Marvelous compact one in the form of a ring allows them to fire a single laser shot once per combat. I mean, I guess I'll just equip that for right now. Well, I guess for right now, you can have the Lord Crit's cloak. Resolve is my heroic actions, I think, so. She's probably going to end up with a lot of them. So you could be logic. Blast wave. A shotgun. Heirloom auto pistol. As if you have the dual weapon combat talent. Yeah, it's a two-handed weapon, so that's not happening. Reason she even has 2 of those? I don't know. I'll just give that one to Abelard for right now. What's the worst that happens? He gets the ability to shoot things once in a while. A lot of things I kind of need to sell off. It will be just a moment. I'm going to take a quick step away from the computer, and I'll be right back. Also, I just need to get something to drink. Actually, let me put my BRB message up. I will be just a moment. All right. Alright, is there someone that I can talk to that lets me purchase things, or is that not yet? Alright, that's retraining. That's to get more mercenaries. not really gonna read through all that because it's a lot of extra. Okay, so I don't think he can do anything immediately. Just a moment. You know, I think this is probably... Well, first of all, I should save. I mean, think about that for right now. Back to bridge. Okay. Because Sister Battle wanted to talk to me. That's probably easy. Oh, she's over there.
Rogue Trader. I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader.
First, the server chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members. Orphan Mage Hill, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts to the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices are for cases like in the Valencia's territory, and we're not familiar. The children of brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans. I will address the orphans with a speech, or the people who gave their lives to the Von Valesius dynasty. My consideration is the least they deserve. No, gonna delete your chat there, guy. Not bot and viewers. Trying to get around the anti-link filter. Let's go with the speech. Indefatigable? Indefatigable? Indefatigable. There's parts of words there. How the hell do you pronounce that one? Indefatigable. Thank you, Google. I'm getting an English lesson from this game. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you. Guide you through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rogue Trader, House von Valencias. Oh, that's so bad. Ah, well, you looked at me. That's all you needed. Let's go middle of the road with this one. Well. The problem is that, like, it's Warhammer, so taking the, like, too nice route is actually the bad choice. So it's always difficult to kind of, like, pick with these. Let's go with the grandly. Yeah, fine. Let's go with this one. Only strive to do what's within your power. Let's go with that one. Package treat with Von Vance legend blaze on the wrappers. This game prepared for any contingency. Your parents died. Here's a cookie. They're just throwing them out like it's a parade or something. They're throwing out Twizzlers. Not Twizzlers, Tootsie Rolls. Here you go. Hot Valencia. Themed Tootsie Rolls. My Tootsie Roll tastes like corpse starch. Hang on, that takes care of that. Navis Novolite Station. I want to start with a navigator. I get that he's the astropath, so that's pretty accurate, but it still looks goofy as hell to me. At the choir listening tirelessly in the materium. Or actually, was this? I think this guy's the astropath. Dynasty words. However, we've heard something horrifying amid. Well, something is screaming. The scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, we have no hope of contacting any Dynasty worlds. Coming from the Rykad system astropathic station. Dock with the station.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. Hey, like, maybe you shouldn't, like, shoot a shotgun in a direction where one of your allies are, because he's kind of, like, behind the guy. It seems like an incredibly bad idea. Abelard, introduce me. Or here stands her ladyship, the rogue trader, Tessera von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Kronos Expanse, the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade. Allow me to point out that noble-like custom requires the Lord Navigator to introduce himself first, but given the unusual circumstances of the station, her ladyship, the rogue trader, is willing to turn a blind eye to your hostility just this once. Unceremonious invasion, but just this once. Prelate Christopher August, keeper of this palace. So you did not arrive to offer your support to the traitors. That's great news. Having that, understand that Urek 5 is a holy sanctum. The House Orcello, the path is only revealed to a select few. Pays to say you're not on the guest list. Can I help? What are you talking about? I would never ask you such favor under different circumstances, yet, like Hessia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left. My wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. I'm gonna make a control rod. How am I supposed to power the elevator? I guess. Besides,
Let us not dawdle.
The whispers told me how. White. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
gotta love the logic. Ah, yes, the evil psyker, as opposed to the good, pure navigator psyker. Alright, it's been going on for about 3 hours. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here. I think this is a great time. Pass out and do this later. I will probably stream more of this tomorrow. If not, Gunfire Reborn. But I think I'll take a slight break from that and break it up with some Rogue Trader. But yeah, I guess you know. As I mentioned previously, I have a Twitter/Dan Zanagri, YouTube Dan Zanagri, Twitch here Dan Zanagri. Whatever it is, try to follow me there, or at least try to follow me on Twitter, X, whatever. And I will generally put updates on when I'm streaming, and cat pictures. This Gato in the corner. She also gets many pictures along with the other cats. So, anyways, I'm gonna call that here. Dan Snackery out.